Shalom, giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash. And as always, I want to give double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth through the will of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace and infinite salutation be unto the elect, the house of David, that the Lord is raising up in these last days, which is made up of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and it's got Israelites amongst the other nation that look like the other nation. But according to your pedigree, you go back to the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, as we are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. Shalom. Now the title of this lesson is pretty much news, current events, and Merry Christmas. All right, news, current events, and Merry Christmas. Real quick, Merry Christmas. I want to just bring this video out. All right, and it says the truth about Christmas. All right, now this is a show from the This is a show. All right, now this is an episode. The name of this show is the Boondocks. All right. Now in this episode from the Boondocks, all right, you have Huey, which is pretty much is the member of the family with the brains. All right. And when you have he has a twin. It's not his twin brother. It's his brother. His younger brother, Riley, which represents the ignorant and misled of the family. And then you have the grandfather, which he's just an old bottle. Okay, he's just an old bottle. All right. But in this episode, it goes into the truth behind Christmas, man. All right. You see, for you, Jake, out there to realize that you celebrating these wicked days, these holidays, all right, and you are not even considering the things that you're doing in these days, man, and that these days, the Lord is against these type of holidays, man, like Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, which is nothing but things killing, okay? And then you have another wicked holiday that's coming up, which is known as New Year's Eve. All right, so real quick, let me play this clip, and I'm bring out some scriptures.
Christmas is a pagan holiday, and Jesus probably hates you for celebrating it.
There ain't gonna be no Scrooges in this house, boy.
Look, Granddad, it's clear from the scripture that Jesus was not born in winter. The shepherds who saw the angels announcing his birth would not have been out in their fields in December. The Palestinian winters are too cold, if you believe in that sort of thing. The truth is, Christmas evolved from the Roman holiday Saturnalia, a winter festival where men gave gifts to each other. They also would get drunk, have sex with each other, and beat their wives. People would act so crazy on Christmas, the holiday was outlawed by the Protestant Church until the 1800s. As a matter of fact, the United States Congress... Granddad?
I'm sorry, boy. What was that?
I just explained the entire history of Christmas.
But it was boring.
And you see that part where the grandpa, right, he started to take in the words of his grandson Huey. He started to take his words like it was nothing. He didn't care about it. He cared less of what he had to say. All right, the history, he didn't take heed to the history and correct his ways. You see, and that's majority of our people, man. That's 2/3 of our people. That is 2/3 of our people. They don't want to take heed unto the words of the Lord, and they think that this right here is lightly. that, oh, it's just, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? That we're going to, am I really wrong if I just celebrate? Is the Lord really looking at me? Is he really watching at the things that I do? All I'm doing is just celebrating. I'm not doing nothing wrong. And that's the mentality of 2/3 of our people. And they have done this. And during Christmas Eve and Christmas, and they celebrated Thanksgiving. All right, and they celebrating birthdays, and they celebrate Halloween and so on and so forth, man.
Gifts to each other. They also would get drunk, have sex with each other, and beat their wives. People would act so crazy on Christmas, the holiday was outlawed by the Protestant Church until the 1800s. As a matter of fact, the United States Congress
and blah 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 and blah 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 blah. You see that? And blah 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 and blah 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 blah. And that's exactly how 2/3 of our people are. You see, they don't want to take heed unto the words of the Lord. They still gonna keep on celebrating. They still gonna keep on partying and bullshitting. All right. New Year's is coming up, which is nothing but a pagan holiday. You see, is a false god worshiping. Lord willing, that I'm probably gonna do a lesson on it. All right, going into the roots of it. You see, and Lord willing, I might do another lesson concerning what Christmas actually goes back to. All right, you see. But real quick, I had some pictures that I had pulled up. All right, now look at this. You see, and this is during Christmas. All right, during your holidays. All right, this is a beloved brother from the Great Millstone Camp that had posted on YouTube. All right, and now look at this. It says 5 kids home alone. Were 5 kids home alone, unalive, and fire as father is out Christmas shopping, police say. You see that? Just like how you have that show or that movie Home Alone. All right, you see that? 5 kids were unalive in a fire as the father is out Christmas shopping, man. You see the fact that you over here, because this, hey man, hey, that's the judgment of the Lord. All right, because you over here too busy celebrating these wicked ass holidays. Now, are they Israelites? Who knows? You see, but does it really matter? It does matter, because you got to take heed to this word. But does it matter if who these people are? If they're not of the elect, okay? It doesn't matter. You see, because we're coming to the time that you will start to see that only the elect matters. Only the elect's lives matters, man. All right, and nobody else's lives matter, because you're not taking heed to this word. All right, so once again, it says 5 kids home alone, unalive, and fire as father is out Christmas shopping. All right, and this is another one. It says men arrested for allegedly killing. Let me take that back. All right, men arrested for allegedly unaliving his 4 children, wife, on Christmas. Look at that. You see that? Now, come on, man. And this is happening during Christmas. Okay, these days that you celebrate. You see, and you think that these days is supposed to be holy, and there's nothing holy about these days. Here's another one. It says mother of 2 unalived. Mother of 2 unalive after teenage brothers fight over presents on Christmas Eve. You see that, man? Come on, man. And you see, it's not even the parents. Now it's the kids, man. You see that? Because they're nothing but monsters in these days, man. All right. You see, there's nothing but monsters in these days. You see, if you're not part of the elect, you're nothing but a monster, man. You know, ungrateful. And this is what you call ungrateful, ungrateful kids, man. You see, because majority of these kids, they don't deserve nothing. All right, some of these kids don't even deserve to have the amount of food that they consume. All right. You know, I just wanted to say that out. You know, I just wanted to point that out because, come on, man, a lot of these kids, especially here in Babylon the Great, they're very ungrateful. Okay? And this is the reason why the Lord is starting to judge. He is starting to judge these people, man. Heavy judgment is happening. The Lord is not playing games in these last days, man. And we're starting to see this more. So real quick, let's get some scriptures. Let's go to the book of Matthew 24. And it's, let me see. In verse 12, and it says, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. You see that? And that's exactly, since 2022, really, until now, boy, as you know, as we're getting closer unto the day of the Lord, wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, man. All right, just like the scriptures have said, you know, that that wickedness will exceedingly pollute the whole earth. All right, and it says, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And you starting to see the love of these people are waxing cold. They don't care about nobody, man. They'll take out their own family members. They don't care about that. You see, you know, and it's because the Lord is the one that's making the division amongst people, man. All right, the Lord is the one that's bringing these spirits, these evil spirits upon these people, man. Let's get that. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiasticus, or known as the book of Sirach. All right, the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39. And Ecclesiasticus, or known as the book of Sirach, chapter 39, and verse 28. And it says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force, and appease the wrath of him that made them. You see that? So the Lord has brought out, he had created these certain spirits, all right, and he has put these certain spirits upon these people to cause these type of judgments. You see, when we have two teenagers is fighting over a present, and then out of nowhere they unalive their mother. Or when you have a father, you see, and he unalives his whole family. All right, you know, that was the will of the Lord. All right, the Lord put the spirit within that man to do that. Okay, or in the case of, you know, a man, you know, a father leaves his family at home, and next thing you know, the house burned down. Okay, and that was nothing. That was done by the Lord. The Lord created those spirits to cause those type of judgment. All right, Ecclesiasticus 39 and verse 28. Again, it says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time in the time of destruction, they pour out their force, and appease the wrath of him that made them. All right, and that's the Lord. You see, because the Lord, he's not taking heed unto you people, man. Okay, he's not gonna be pleased. He's not at pleased with you celebrate. The Lord had enough of this foolishness. All right. This is the book of 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 6. And it says, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai killers and make us alive. He bring us down to the grave and bring us up. All right. So the Lord is the one that's killing. The Lord is the one that's doing all the killing. Okay. And that's something that you should fear. You see, that's something that should bring fear upon you, man. This is the book of Amos, chapter 5. And I'm gonna start verse 18. Amos chapter 5 and now verse 18. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. You see that? And I mean, as now as we are approaching unto the day of the Lord, people are not taking heed unto it, and people are not taking it seriously, man. You see, especially Christians. All right, because most of these, you know what's crazy? Most of the people that celebrate Christmas are these wacky, tacky Christians, man. Okay, most of these people out here that celebrate Christmas is the ones that walk around talking about they love God. You see, and they're gonna be celebrating New Year's and they're gonna be celebrating Easter. Okay, and guess what? Is, you know, you keep on doing that. You keep on doing that. As much as we getting closer to the day of the Lord, hey man, there's gonna be more grapes. There's gonna be more blood shedding, man. All right, it's gonna be more blood shedding. All right. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house and laid his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. Because we're coming to a time where if you're not right, if you're not in the right spirit with the Lord, all right, you're not gonna run away from no type of situations, man. You're not gonna run away from no trouble. Okay, you might think that you're running away from one situation, but next thing you know, boom, there comes another one. Okay, you're not running away from the judgment of the Lord. You see, and this is the reason why it's a must to fear the Lord now and to take heed unto his word. All right, it says, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? I hate, which is the point that I want to get into. It says, verse 21, I hate, I despise your feast days. I will not smell your solemn assemblies. You see that? So all this Christmas, is these pagan holidays. The Lord is not, he's not hearing none of those. You know, you over here, well, I'm doing it for the kids, I'm doing it for the family. Well, no, the Lord don't care about none of that. You see, he that loves his wife, all right, his kids more than me is not worthy of me. All right, that's what the Lord requires of us, to love him more than our family. You see, verse 22, and it says, though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them, neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. It says, take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy vows. And the Lord is not going to hear none of that, man. We're coming into the time of World War III. All right, we're coming into war. You see, and you want to have your mind. You want to be ready for that time to come. So why are you over here partying, bullshitting, when the world is burning right behind you, man? You see. But real quick, let me just end it with this. Jeremiah chapter 10. And it says, hear ye the word of the Lord. It says, hear ye the Lord, which the Lord spake spakest unto you, O house of Israel. Thou sayest the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathens are dismayed at them. And that's going into the fact that, look what's happening worldwide, man. All right, you got the moon turning into red. You see, we got certain situations where the sun goes dark. Okay, and another thing is you got chariots, man. You got different type of chariots that's coming out of nowhere, man. You know, people already talking about that they are seeing a lot of so-called UFOs, man. You see, all right. So don't be dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathens are dismayed at them. And it says, for the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, and the work of the hands of the workman with the axe. And what is that talking about? That's talking about Christmas. As I keep on going, it says, they deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must need to be borne, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. And that's talking about these Christmas trees, man, because in reality, these people out here, they worship these Christmas trees, man. In the case of this, in the case of the father who left his children at the house, you see, and it says that the house caught on fire. Man, I'm pretty sure he probably had his house light up with Christmas lights and the Christmas tree, man. You see, and that's probably what caught on fire, man. All right, and got everybody burned up. You see that? All right. So these people be worshiping these Christmas trees, man. All right. You know, at the point that if they look at you funny if you don't have a Christmas tree, man. You know what I'm saying? Or if you trying to rebuke somebody, they looking at you like you're the devil. Okay? But it says once again, they are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must need to be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. You see that? Because in reality, there's a Christmas worshiping, or this Christmas practicing that goes on now is the same wicked traditions that they have done in the past, man. All right. And you know, Lord willing, I'm probably gonna do a video going into the depths of what Christmas really is. All right. But Lord willing, I hope that this lesson was edifying as well as uplifting. And with that, I want to say shalom.